We are
Great.
live. Fantastic. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Terra Incognita. Alongside me for this one is Thimo.
Hello. Oh, I can just see it has got a wrong thumbnail. We're having a CS:GO thumbnail.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I changed the title of the stream, but I didn't realize there was a thumbnail as well. So yeah, that is not ideal.
So now Dad's on Gaming is playing against DDC Disrupt and that in Formula 1. Great.
Okay. So yeah.
Still waiting for all the drivers to join in on our lobby. Before we go for this little tournament, the first South African major tournament in F1. It's 17 people in the lobbies. How many do we await? We await 18 people, right? 2 of them are us, so it's 3 drivers missing.
Yep, I think so. So we, yeah, we're gonna have a pretty full grid. It's good to see. We see everyone's got their cars. Revo's got his Ferrari. I was worried about Revo getting his Ferrari, but he got it. So I'm happy about that.
Most important thing.
Oh, and he's got Nick as his teammate as well. That's fantastic. Nick is actually Jack789X. For those of you watching, yeah, those two are teammates in 2 SRL. We have, we might have to fix the thumbnail a little bit later on because I don't have a thumbnail ready to go. Thinking about it, so we'll sort that out later on.
Let me take a screenshot.
This is definitely F1 2018 and not CS:GO. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the leagues then. So there's 2 leagues really that are represented here. There's the Slipstream Racing League SRL, and there's the 2S Racing League 2SRL. So I think probably we have got about half and half split between the drivers.
I think it's more SRL drivers.
Okay.
But
I mean, there's some that drive in both, but yeah.
Yeah, the amount of drivers who drive in both leagues is pretty high, so yeah, it's more about which league you're in for longer than
absolutely.
What you're in at the moment, because really a lot of in both. Like for example, Benz is in both, even though he founded 2SRL. Oshativ is in both, even though he founded SRL. Anonymous is in both.
Yeah. And Cursed as well.
Clara, Cursed. Not that many. I just okay. Looking through the order, it's not that many. At least not in this lobby. But a lot of the reserve drivers are.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have Wimpy, of course, who did the race in Austria last weekend in SRL. So he's warmed up too. Yep, he did. So yeah, I think we're in good shape. I think the favorite, and feel free to disagree, Thimo, but I think the favorite here is Electrician in the Sauber, who I think is. I mean, he's won the last 2 SRL races, and his main challenger from those 2 races, El Sergios, unfortunately wasn't able to make it to this championship. So I think he's probably the favorite for this event.
Yeah, Tales tell us that El Sergios has got a bit of a problem with his internet, so he might be a bit mad. He would have definitely been one of the main competitors now. It's probably at next year. Wait, to clarify this, I thought it was a meme that we started calling him the Electrician. Is he official?
I think that's. I've been informed by the chief himself that Electrician is the thing he wants to go by.
Okay. To me, he made some funny comment, and then after he said, and Ethnic Tyran is the Electrician now. So
Okay.
I perceived it as a joke.
Okay, well, we'll go with Electrician because it's funny, if nothing else. If we're wrong, it's just pretty funny. So let's do that.
Good. It's only 15 people in the end. I'm a bit disappointing, to be honest.
15's all right. We get some good races with a 15%. Yeah. So
it's one-shot qualifying.
It is.
So every driver gets to do 1 lap, and that makes the grid order. And after one-shot qualifying, we get ourselves a 25% race. So we're in Silverstone. So it's 13 laps here. if I'm not completely mistaken.
13 is probably about right. Yeah, I think that's it's somewhere around there certainly. Because Silverstone's one of the longer tracks.
Yeah, and the 3 tracks we elected to drive on are the British Grand Prix circuit, which actually is the next track to be driven in both SRL and 2SRL. For the British Grand Prix, and after that we have got the same procedure at another track at the circuits by Francorchamps, and the qualifying is underway. So now I wonder what we're going to see. Oh, okay. So we get ourselves an order.
Yep, we get the order, and I'm following Revo at the moment just because he's going to be probably quite some way up the grid.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see the order. The order will change. The order is in real time, so we'll see the grid sort of evolve as it goes. And I noticed that going straight to the front is the man we expected to go straight to the front, the electrician.
Wow, this is hard to get into a habit after having called him Ethnic Terran for so long now. Yeah, he is absolutely flying at the moment. Behind him, I think Copy and the Flying Jip are battling it out for P2. Then Vinny, Revo only in P5, but he hasn't done a lot of practice. I think, as the electrician goes a bit wide there. A lot of drivers told us that they were caught off guard a bit by the event being today, so they haven't had too much practice. So that might spice things up just a little bit, but someone who definitely practices is Ethnic Terran, who just exited Cop's corner. That should... No, never mind, Cop's is
that one's Stowe, yeah. Coming to the end of the lap now, we're going to see Revo's got himself up to second place. He had a good last couple of corners through the club chicane. Ethnic with the... Oh my gosh. By nearly a full second, he is on pole position. That is an incredible lap time. A 26.8. From the electrician himself, 26.8, and the second on the grid is this man here, Revo, who's put a full second slower than that. So yeah, I mean, we said that he probably was the clear favourite for this, and well, that's a pretty good marker to set down in qualifying for the first race.
Also, I forgot to start my recording, but
that's all right.
To this moment, nothing happened. I should put in a highlight clip, so who cares? Yeah, we've got the electrician.
That's
Revo,
the grid. We got Copy,
and
Vinny, and then /LP in 5th. So it's pretty much, I mean, apart from Revo, it's an SRL front of the grid, isn't it? We've got all of the SRL stalwarts in there. Revo is the lone driver from 2SRL in there. So I mean,
where did Bance
still a second behind. Bance qualified, I think 8th or 9th. I think I saw him. There's a bunch of 2SRL guys down in that sort of area below the top 6. I think Bance was one of the leading ones.
To be honest, not trying to roast anyone, but according to championship standings, the people from 2SRL who signed up aren't really the front runners. Like, we're missing people like, well, Speedy is front runner in both, and then of course you're not driving. Lol.
So yeah, I don't know about I'm not much of a front runner at the moment, but yeah, I'm not sure I'd be.
Cursed. Haha.
We have a formation lap, which is good news because I need to get set up here. So we'll see everyone come off the line. We're going to see exactly what tires everyone is on as well. Let's try getting all the stuff in order, shall we? Everyone's on soft tires.
Vinny have managed to come together.
Wow, Vinny was 4th and Tomasho was 10th. I'm not exactly sure how that happened.
Yeah, I'm wondering as well.
They weren't next to each other. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have. So yeah, this is the formation. Let's talk a little bit about Silverstone itself. There's a couple of slow corners at the beginning. There's the whole complex, the new complex from the old track used to be quite fast, and the new complex is a little bit slower. Now we're back onto the old track again. This is Luffield Corner. This is the old start-finish straight right here, which isn't really a straight. It curves a little bit, and you can see the grid there is the old grid here at Silverstone.
That should be Cop's Corner now.
Yeah, this is Cop's Corner, which is used to be the first corner.
Yeah,
and now is not.
We're heading to the SS or Maggots at Beckhams, I think.
Yep, absolutely. Beckett's, yeah.
And then Though it's really important to get a good run through here. You can carry a lot of speed through cups, and then you can also carry it further through Maggots and Beckets, and then you have to get a good exit to be fastest on Hanger Straight, which is this DRS zone the drivers are currently in. And then they head to this 90-degree corner, I don't know the name.
It's so no, it's all right. It's Stowe Corner. I know Silverstone very well. I'm actually I'm based in Oxford, so I'm not very far away from Silverstone at all. I'm about maybe a 20-minute drive from this racetrack, so I know it pretty well. But yeah, it's Stowe Corner there at the end of the Hanger Straight, and then we got the little club section right at the end, the little chicane.
Still, I don't know any corner of Hockenheim, even though it's probably my home track. I just know that one corner Vettel crashed out. That's about it. So we've now reached the grid slots. Pretty much everyone is in.
Yeah.
So who are we going to watch for the first corner? I'm placing my camera on Revo because then we get more of the action. The question is, can he challenge the electrician into turn 1?
It's not usually it's not usually an overtaking spot. We'll see though.
Yeah, exactly. So lights out. And away we go, a lot of wheel spin as always, tire smoke is coming off. Revo not with the best start, ending TRN with a really good start. Run through the first corner. And that's Vinny. Vinny is crashed out of the first corner with some other cars. I think Bands got collected. And oh no! Anonymous is round. Anonymous retired. I think Anonymous just lost a tire in a collision. Wimpy climbed up to P3.
Didn't exactly see what happened. I think Ocean Chief was in there somewhere, but yeah, real drama at the start.
Revo was just anonymous. I think Ocean Chief came through unscathed. Revo has sorted in himself, already a second behind the electrician. Copy is chasing him. Jipper also stayed where he was, I think. No, wait, Jipper was out of... Never mind, he wasn't.
Jibbo qualified 4th. Yeah, we've got the top 5, I think, are in grid order. Wimpy's got all the way up to 6th as well. Great start from Wimpy.
Oh, wait. Never mind, you're right. I'm a bit confused, but I think Vinny has...
That's all right. It was a really dramatic start to the race, but yeah, we've got Etnik or Electrician rather, who's a second and a half ahead, pulling away already out of DRS range from Revo in the Ferrari. So I think the battle is going to be behind Electrician. Yeah, Copy third. 4 tenths behind him. Then a little bit of a battle at the moment between Jippo and slash LP, and then Wimpy, who's riding high up there in 6th place. I think he qualified 11th, so he's made up 5 places already on the start.
And now with a bad run from Copy, I think Jippo has gained a lot of space on the track, now following him through the first corner. And he tries to go around the outside, but doesn't manage to make the pass, so he has to go over that little strip of grass aside the track and rejoin safely out of slash LP, so no drama there. But that was a dangerous that was a dangerous moment, definitely.
Yeah, it absolutely was. He had to go across the grass there, as you said, and that could have gone a lot worse for Jippo. He's still in range of Copy. No DRS yet, of course. That gets enabled on lap 3. This is only lap 2. But up at the front, though, Revo closing in.
The Delta's playing tricks.
Oh, it is. Yeah, no, Revo's. Yeah, that's a big gap, isn't it? So yeah, the gap is about 3 seconds. Yeah. So
now
let's
a lot
not
of
trust
cars
that.
coming to the pits, and it's a two-star party in the pits because we've got Nick, Bance, and Kirst. Kirst and Bance being teammates here. I don't know if they might have double stacked one.
I think Kirst was far enough behind that they didn't.
Okay. Yeah. As you can see, Codemasters don't live up to their name's expectations because the intervals are still bugged. And I think they are all over the grid because that looks like more than half a second between Revo and Copy.
Yeah, there definitely is. I think the battle at the moment is 3rd, 4th and 5th between Copy, Jippo and slash LP. Then there's a fairly big gap to Wimpy in 6th, and Clara's putting him under a little bit of pressure in that 7th place. Then Noel is just behind, well, two seconds or so behind. And then a battle for 9th and 10th. Vinny and Ocean Chief exiting club almost side by side into turn 1. Ocean Chief backs off, though. So it looks like Vinny is going to get that position, at least for now.
Yeah, recovery drive for him after he crashed out on the first corner. Unfortunately, there's no option to make a replay, so I can't really tell what happened there. if you go over to show the gap to the leader, then the intervals are not bugged anymore. So we've got ourselves 3 seconds between the electrician and driver. So the margin he had in qualifying, well, it carried over to the race. And I think by
pretty much.
I think it did that exactly 1 second. So.
Yeah, really impressive performance between those two, and some contact between Jippo and /LP. Someone certainly lost some wing there, and Jippo has retired. He's just left the session. Oh dear, so not exactly sure what that was all about. I don't know. We only saw a little bit of that because the camera wasn't in a very good spot, even though it was the broadcast camera. But certainly some contact, and certainly somebody lost some wing, and yeah, /LP's pitting. I'm guessing because he did lose some wing, and he's going to put the medium tyres on.
So now Clara passing right through Jippo, literally, because in the Codemasters F1 games, if you happen to disconnect, then your car gets taken. Yeah, your car's control gets taken by the AI. You drive really slowly, and every other car can just go through you, and you're displayed like a ghost, basically. So that's what happened to Jippo there. Unfortunately for him, promotes Nolan to P7 and Ocean Chief into P8. Tomasha will soon follow. And Wimpy is still chasing after Clara.
Yeah, I'm watching this battle for 4th right now, and it's developing quite nicely. Clara fallen right off the back of Copy. There's a big 7-second gap between those two, but Wimpy is all over the back of Clara, and there's also a battle behind as well between Vinny, Noel, and Ocean. So lots of action on this 4th lap of this race.
A question that just came to my mind, how do I say that without getting fired? Is Wimpy driving on a keyboard? Because his inputs look really weird. Looks like he's always pressing.
I would imagine it's a pad.
Go on one side and then it goes back to center and he steers in again and again.
Looks like a pad to me.
Looks like keyboard.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't have much experience with, well, any experience at all with driving with a keyboard. But that's what I look like when I try and drive with a pad. So I think it's more likely to be a pad.
Okay, so a bit of a moment there. Yeah, I was just wondering because when I saw people driving with a pad, I thought they were giving it full input or just very regular inputs, and then it starts shaking that way if they are at...
side by side between Ocean and Noel here for P7. I think Noel was trying to overtake. He's trying to go around the outside at Village. That's a difficult move to pull off. He doesn't quite get it done. He is going to have DRS, though, for the Wellington straight into the left-hander at Priory. Not quite close enough, maybe. Had a look up the inside, but nothing really doing there. So Ocean keeps that 7th position just for now. As
Jippo sneaked his way into our Discord, and now he's gone again. Fantastic.
Okay, I didn't hear him, so I guess...
Yeah, he didn't say anything. He just joined in and left again. Maybe
that's good.
Tested his internet or something, I can't tell you.
Battle here for 5th. Wimpy's fallen off at the back of Clara a little bit. Oh, he makes a mistake there, and Beckett's as well, and Vinny goes around the outside, or tries to side-by-side, off they go!
Vinny is off again, and he goes back across the track at a really difficult point, so that could have been dangerous. That was dangerous for people potentially driving across the track there, and there's some contact between Noel and Wimpy.
Yeah.
Some damage, and Ocean Chief coming to the pits, Noel coming to the pits, Wimpy coming to the pits.
Yeah.
So there's a train of 3 cars, and Noel gets the mandatory penalty someone had to get because Silverstone's speed limit is really strict and a bit of an asshole sometimes.
Yeah, somebody lost some front wing there, but it's probably okay because these are scheduled pit stops, or this is the time for scheduled pit stops rather. Yeah. Revo came in from P2 as well, so he's put the medium tyres on. But certainly some time lost, I think. And yeah, Wimpy is having his front wing changed. Not sure about the others. I think Noel has probably come out of the pits already. Not managed to really see what happened to him. But yeah, certainly some time lost there. There was several incidents all in the space of about a lap.
And Jippo just stating in Discord that his Wi-Fi broke.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Dreadful time for that to happen, my goodness.
Yes, yeah, just as with El Sergio's, to be honest. Oh, and the ref bug, the famous ref bug on board with Tamacho, by the way.
Okay, that's interesting because I don't have it, so that's good at least. Tamacho doing pretty well in that third place right now. Still hasn't pitted, so he's going to lose a lot of that time. Certainly Revo is going to be in front of him. Electrician pits from the lead though, and assuming everything goes to plan here, I think he's going to be all right to claim this first race.
Definitely. Revo with a bit of a wide line through cops, but fine. The track limits allow that, basically. You just have to be careful that you don't give it full throttle every time on the on the corner while you're aside the track, because if you do that 3 times in a race, it gives you a penalty. So
there's also if you're sideways already there's not a whole lot of grip, but yeah, usually it's not too bad. You can pretty much take however much room you need on the outside of that corner. Battle for 6th here between Ocean and Slash LP. What happened in front? So Revo has come out in front of Copy, who just pitted. So Revo still in that, well, what is a net second place. Tamacho still hasn't pitted yet. Not sure what the yellow's for. Can't see anything on the timing.
Neither am I. Nor am I. Whatever. Bance is all over the back of Noel. Bance had a quiet race after his incident on the first lap. He pitted for hard tires, so he will probably do the stretch of the tires until the end, because we're on a 25% race and the game doesn't scale the tire life down to 25%. He will easily make the stretch until the end of the Grand Prix. And now he's also passed Noel around the outside through left field. Yeah,
good work from Bance there. He's on older tyres than Noel, so he won't have as much grip, but still makes the move stick for P8. In front of them is another battle between Ocean Chief and Slash LP. Ocean just about got his tyres warmed up.
Noel looked punchy, to be honest. And, speeding on the pit lane, Tamacho. Out of P2 at the moment. But only P2 because Incognita, the electrician, still there, was ahead of him. And he had a pit stop.
So we're going to see where Tamacho comes out here. You lose quite a bit of time in the pit, so I have a feeling you'll be all the way down, maybe even behind Vance and Noel for what will be, well, he'll be back in what will be 9th place. We'll see. But it's such a long pit lane. It's very, very, very slow here. It's what, I think it's either 50 or 60 kilometers per hour, and I think it's 60. But yeah, you really don't want to be pitting more than you have to. Thankfully, in a 25% race, you're only going to be pitting once anyway. Yeah, he does come out all the way down in P7, so he didn't really gain anything, unfortunately, from staying out on those soft tires.
Yep. So it's become a bit quiet. Perfect timing to check if the intervals have been fixed.
They look like they're okay to me.
They might have, 6 seconds. Looks like more to me. Wait.
The closest battle on track now. The closest battle on track now, I think, is the closest battle that matters really is the one for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Ocean is just about in DRS range of Clara. As they come onto the hangar straight, so I think he's going to be able to open that rear wing and get a little bit more straight line speed, but he made a mistake there in Beckett's as well, so he loses a little bit of time. Slash LP also just behind them and also has DRS, and then there's a little bit of a gap to Bant, who's on a recovery drive after that first lap incident.
Yeah, a bit of casual extending there for Ocean Chief, as we had mentioned, and then he extends on the wrong side of the track and gets himself a 3-second time penalty, which will be added onto his finishing time. So at the moment, that will put him ahead of Benz. Oh, and Slash makes the dive down the inside of Village, I think, against Ocean Chief, and just takes that position. I was completely caught off guard by that maneuver. Didn't see that coming, to be honest.
Yeah, nice move from Slash. Got it done on the inside and kept it tight as well on the inside. So nice and clean. Now, Ocean Chief falling off the back.
Ocean lost a lot of momentum. So no attack by him there. Clara holding himself in P4. That's some great stuff by Clara.
Yep, doing well. He's
like
going to be
one of these drivers into SRL. Who don't get much attention, don't get too many positions in the up the higher ranks, but sometimes he just shows up and gets himself a really good result, and it looks like this time it's exactly with the right timing.
It certainly does. Just following this battle for fourth here, because Clara, I think, is going to be under pressure here on the hanger straight. DRS and slipstream for /LP. Clara goes the middle of the racetrack, /LP goes to the inside. Says thank you very much, I'll have fourth position. Clara trying to hold around the outside. Is he going to be able to do that? Nice racing room given by Slash.
Now the next one is the left-hander. He positions himself really good there.
Yeah, well played, Clara. That was really nicely defended. Held it around the outside and then had the position for the inside of the left-hander at club corner. So for now, at least, holds on to that fourth position. There are 4 laps to go, and we'll see if Clara can manage to hold on for all of those 4 laps. Ocean Chief as well with a little bit of a watching brief behind. Remember, he's got that 3-second penalty, so at the moment he is actually behind Bantz, who is 2.5 seconds behind him on the road. So he's going to lose that 6th position unless he pulls out a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, if Bantz can put up a really good performance now, he might still be able to catch this battle group in the last 3 laps of the Grand Prix, and might get himself some better points than the ones he would get at the moment in P7. P7 gets 6 points if I'm not really retarded.
Yep, I think that's about right.
Yeah, it is. But he has got the potential, if he caught everyone up to Clara, he could get 12 points.
Once again, Slash has a look on the inside of Stowe corner. They're side by side once again. It's a replay of last lap. Clara holds it around the outside for the time being. Into club corner. Slash breaks later this time though and gets the move done. So 4th position, at least for now, for /LP, getting the overtake on Clara.
DRS on off the track. Clara with her
no!
And Slash is into the wall. Slash loses his wing but doesn't lose a wheel, but still he's off. And oh my god!
He's really struggling. Oh, and right in the middle of the track as well. Looks like he's waiting for everyone to pass before he goes, which is very sensible. But my goodness, Clara just got into the back of /LP, turned him into the wall, and well, I don't know what the situation is with penalties or whatever in this race, but I imagine that Clara is going to attract the attention of the stewards with that one. We got a very, very good view of it on the broadcast camera.
Yep. Wow. That's something you don't expect to happen. But, I mean, honestly, of course Clara's at fault here, but that looked a bit weird to me, because I had that once with Kirst in an Austria practice race where we were just going really fast and I was a bit faster, and there was like 5 kilometers per hour / retired, rest in peace, 5 kilometers per hour difference in speed, and I somehow managed to just give him a little tap and he ended up completely inside the wall, even though the difference was so...
Yeah, I was going to say it looked really similar to me to the incident I had with Bantz in the Canada race. Where he was just behind me and there was no contact on his side, but the game registered some contact, and so I got turned around. It looked pretty similar to that, obviously with much worse consequences for /LP, who found himself in the wall and facing the wrong way.
Yep. And Bantz is now having a streak of really good laps. In the last 2 he might be able to take Ocean Chief on track position and then maybe, but only maybe, attack Clara for P4.
Yep, absolutely. So Bantz, at the moment is a net 5th with that 3-second penalty for Ocean Chief, but needs to negotiate the Chief before he can get to Clara, who is in that 4th position. There's a lap and a half to go, so not too much time to do it for Bantz. He's also on older tyres, of course, so he's going to be struggling in terms of grip level, but does seem to have the pace in any case.
Yeah. Also, a bit of a mid-term resume. I can't speak English.
I think that's French anyway.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if that's also used in English, because in German it is.
It is, yeah.
But we also say it differently. Um, yeah, the two Zarel boys are probably having a bit of the upper hand. I don't know if you would call Ocean Chief a 2 Zarel boy, because of course he's driving since season 1 in 2 Zarel, and 2 Zarel is currently in season 4, but also he founded SRL.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Ocean does double duty, doesn't he, on both leagues? He's got two SRL in his tag though, so maybe we can call him a 2 SRL boy.
Not because I renamed him. Okay, good.
So yeah, we have 4th to 7th at the moment. This is the last lap, by the way. Electrician's going to win the race by quite a considerable margin, 10 seconds ahead of Revo, and then there's a 4-second gap between Revo and Copy. But there's a 4th to 7th all have 2 SRL tags in their name. So Clara, Ocean, Bantz, and Noel, all of them
and Nick
with that tag. Yeah, Nick doesn't have the tag, but he is 2 SRL boy, so yeah.
Yeah, it's good for me. I renamed him to 2 SRL Nick, so people don't get confused.
Yeah, to make it more confusing, Nick is actually Jack in his Steam name. So yeah, he's Jack according to the broadcast, but he's actually Nick.
Yeah. So now a really good run through this through the S's.
Electrician has won the race, by the way. He's just crossed the line. Revo crossing the line as well in second. So pretty much as we expected, Electrician winning the race by quite a distance.
I don't know if Bantz knows that Ocean Chief has got a penalty, because the game it tells you penalties of other people randomly. So
yeah, it does. You can force it to.
Have not.
It looked like he did. He didn't seem too desperate to pass there,
exactly.
So he gets that 5th place.
Yeah. And of course 5 seconds added to Noel's time in the across the finish line.
I was trying to see if that put him in range of Nick. It wasn't very far away from a 5-second gap between Noel and Nick, so I think Noel has kept the position according to the display at least, but it must have been close.
Yep.
So I think that's everyone except for poor old Kirst in the McLaren, who's already a lap down, and well, we're gonna follow him at least for a little bit, because he's the last driver yet to finish. Coming through club corner, locks the brake a little bit, but Kirst rounds the last couple of corners, crosses the line, and takes what will be 13th place. So very, very good start for Electrician. He's won the last couple of SRL races, and he's won this race as well by quite a long way. A very, very convincing win. Qualified on pole by a second and pulled out, well, nearly a second a lap in a 13-lap race. He won by 10 seconds.
Nothing really to add. Really dominant one. Unfortunately, we won't know what would have happened if ZAMAJORS actually had shown up. So that might have changed conditions in this race. But in the end, that's the result we got. And I think that concludes a good first race through for this 3-race tournament. And now, let me have a look at the race director. Something interesting. No, a lot of collisions. Nothing else. So
yeah, I think the three penalties were the Ocean Chief 3 seconds for corner cutting, Noel for pit lane speeding. I think Tamasha got a pit lane speeding penalty as well, so he gets 5 seconds, but still finishes 10th. The only one that mattered really for order purposes was Ocean Chief.
Yeah. So now we have to wait until the championship in this game advances, because I think we're in a championship.
Yeah,
I think just lobbies. I
think we are. Yeah, it is a championship.
Can see the points.
So yeah, 25 points. So it's regular F1 scoring for the championship. So Electrician gets 25 points, Revo gets 18, as you can see there on the right hand side, and Copy in 3rd place gets 15, and then the points get distributed a little bit further down as well, all the way down to 10th place. Tamasha gets a point for 10th, and if you don't finish 10th or higher, then you don't get any points, unfortunately. So Wimpy we'll have to try again at Spa-Francorchamps, which is the next circuit, the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa. The third one, for those of you interested, is the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka. So that will be... we quite often see Suzuka in real F1 as the ending race, or the race where the championship is decided, and it's the race where this championship will be decided as well.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, I think we have a 2 or 3 minute break here while the drivers get themselves sorted out, and then we'll have another one-shot qualifying session followed by, how many laps is Belgium? Normally it's 22 for a 50% race, right? So it's 11 for a 25%. Does that sound right?
What did you say?
I think it's 11 laps.
Yeah, it's 11. 11.
Okay.
44 getting... Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's...
So obviously one pit stop again. I think the tyre situation is a little bit dicier at Spa, because I think there are ultra soft tyres which don't last very long at all. So I think it might actually be a meaningful decision whether the drivers go to the super soft or to the soft, because the super softs tend to run out of life after a few laps. So that might be interesting.
Yeah, just a little thing out of interest. Are you also streaming it on Twitch? Because I can't find the broadcast there. I just wanted to have a look. Okay,
yeah, I am. So what is the Twitch stream? Let me very quickly check. The Twitch stream is SML ZAMAJORS. So that's the that's the Twitch stream.
What?
SML ZAMAJORS. So you should be able to find us there. There's also a Facebook stream and obviously the YouTube stream as well.
Funny enough, if I put that into the search, it tells me there's one live channel. I go at show and I can't find it.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm hoping that...
Yeah,
I'm hoping that that's okay. It says it's working, so yeah.
I found Tomasho's POV on Twitch.
Nice. So the next race is in probably 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, should be.
Willem asking in chat. Hi Willem, thanks for joining us.
Oh,
thanks to everyone for watching. So yeah, do we have, that's the question, do we have Jippo for this next race? I don't think we do.
I hope we do.
Yeah, I think if his internet died, then I think we're unlikely to see him, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I'm honestly wondering why. I mean, if he had joined back in during the race, then it would be fine. But it obviously isn't. So, wait, are you still live at the moment?
Yeah.
At the moment?
Yeah, we're still live. Just waiting for the drivers to
so
get ready.
I can't make mean insults to people now.
Don't know about that. I mean, within reason. I mean, mean insults are fine. Kind of.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe sometimes. I don't know.
Tipsy Bob is a twant.
Poor Tipsy.
Hey, he left us.
Oh, here we go. We can see the track list for the championship. So yeah, Silverstone we've just had. Then Spa. At Spa, it's track difficulty easy, really. I would take issue with I would take issue with the game over that. I don't think Spa is easy at all.
Well,
it's one of the more difficult tracks in on the Formula 1 calendar. And I'm wrong about the tyres, by the way. It's super soft, soft, and medium. So the super soft should last long enough to go onto the softs, and that should be totally fine for just an 11 lap race. And then Suzuka is the final race. How many laps is that? It's going to be about 14, something like that. Maybe 15.
I just had a look in the chat. Tipsy Bob is in the chat.
Hey, Tipsy!
He just got me a front back.
And so are you, Thimo.
Hey.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to be so mean to you. Sorry.
There you go. Tipsy fights back.
Fuck. You should do that in the league instead.
So Revo had struggles in the first sector, he said, for the one-shot qualifying. So that's why it was nearly a second gap between him and Electrician up front. It would have been I was going to say it would have been a pretty big gap anyway, like close to half a second probably, says Revo. But yeah, with zero practice, it's not bad. I tend to agree. So yeah, half a second to Electrician, who is an elite driver.
Is Jippo in? Because yeah, he is. Nice. Okay, we've got Jippo back.
Do we have Jippo back?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
also,
we do.
He said
Fantastic.
thank you so much on Discord, so I assumed he was back.
Hey.
And now people are reading up, so the next race is about to start.
Yep, I think imminently it will begin.
Yeah.
This is a spectacular track, Spa. If you've not seen it before, you're in for a treat. Because there's some.
Yeah, it's my favorite track on the calendar by far.
Yeah,
and I know it's Revo's favorite track as well. So maybe he comes closer to the Electrician this race.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
There's no chance that he overtakes him, though. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, we might have some. We might have some action up front. Hopefully, we do, because we want to see some close racing at the front as well as down in the midfield between all of those drivers that we saw in the last race. So yeah, people readying up. People are slow to ready up though, so I don't know. I think it might be a minute or so before we get underway at Spa. Hopefully not too long though.
And while drivers are readying up, I think I'll head out to the restroom.
Okay. Tomasho must win, says Dodge. You bet with him for $200. Okay. Well, he's got 1 point at the moment. So, don't know about those $200. That's, it's going to be a tough one for him. If it's the team championship, though, I think you're set, because Electrician up front is also in a Sauber, so he might be alright. Yeah, thanks for joining us, Willem. It's pretty fun. It's a fun game, a fun series, particularly if you get involved with league racing, with F1 2018. There's a lot of fun to be had. It's good close racing with some quite good drivers out there. So yeah, I would encourage you to explore that, particularly if you're already a big F1 fan. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I assume we're getting underway quite soon. It can't be too much longer. We said we'd only have sort of 5-minute breaks, 5-10 minute breaks between races. Welcome back, Thimo.
Huh. Might have some technical issues. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. There's only 5 people readied up at the moment, and Wimpy's not one of them. So maybe there's some sort of a delay. But I'm sure we'll be going soon. It's not going to be too much longer, I wouldn't have thought.
I think I'm joining in on Discord controversy now.
What's the Discord controversy? Let me have a look.
/LP being mad at Clara.
Ah, yeah, and with some justification, I have to say. Yeah. It was very unfortunate. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, for sure, but it was yeah, he definitely got into the back of him.
Wait, could I maybe find the moment in the stream? Let me have a look. Oh, looks like
we're getting going.
I've nailed it exactly. Okay, good. I don't need to be tapped in for that. Oh! Ah, fuck. Doesn't become better if you look at it from your perspective.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, he drove into the back of him, which yeah is. I mean, it's unfortunate, but as I said, didn't do it on purpose. There was no intent there, no intent there even. All right, here is Spa. Let's. I'll take us around the lap as soon as we get into the one-shot qualifying itself. Let's go on board with Electrician, shall we?
Yeah, it's probably the track I know the most corner names, but I still don't know a lot. But always remember that's Radion actually.
Always remember what? Sorry.
That's Radion actually.
Oh, Radion actually. Yeah, that's important. Well,
I knew
we'll
it before it was cool.
Alright, I assume eventually we're going to get underway with a little bit of a delay here.
The drivers are changing their setups.
Okay.
In the pits and now they are going onto a lap off Spa. So
here is the first corner. Very, very slow. La Source. Get a good exit. Electrician gets a little bit squirmy on exit, yeah, and he lost a place to Revo in the standings at least. Now down the hill towards... Oh no, towards the really spectacular Eau Rouge corner. It's easily flat in a Formula 1 car, unfortunately. And then the top of the hill, that's Radion actually. Down the Kemmel straight now, heading towards the chicane at Les Combes, which is a little bit of a slowdown, but easily 4th or 5th gear in a Formula 1 car. Right, left, and then right again. Heading down the hill now towards Rivage.
Revo didn't nail that too good.
Yeah, he lost. He lost the lead again, so he's lost second as well to Vinny now. Out of there, this is the corner with no name that is now actually called No Name Corner. The left-hander. Mistake by Etnik though. He got. Yeah.
Made a mistake as well. He hit the wall.
Well, Electrician got well out of shape. He was very wide in No Name, and Bantz as well is right up there as well now. He's in front of Electrician as they head into the Les Fagnes chicane. Bantz is now in the lead ahead of Revo, so 2 SRL fighting back against the onslaught from Electrician. This is the right-hander at Stavolo at the bottom of the circuit, and then the second right-hander at Paul Frere, and now we climb once again towards Blanchimont. Very, very fast left-hander. Again, easily flat in a Formula 1 car, up to 205 miles an hour as Electrician goes around there.
Towards the bus stop chicane.
Yeah, big stop.
Go differently, but now it goes this way.
So do we have Bantz on pole? I think we have Bantz on pole, and Revo joins him on the front row, so close at the top.
Oh my god!
My goodness.
Two several locking out the front row, as you said, and with only 0.003 of a second ahead of the Electrician, so that a no-name corner mistake really cost him.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, it was a major mistake. He got very wide. He missed the apex by a good, I don't know, car width, 2 car widths.
I think Revo didn't get wide in the corner entry or apex. He just scrapped the wall on the outside. So.
Oh, Jeremy Peters in chat says No Name Corner does have a name. It's Bruxelles apparently. So thank you, Jeremy.
Oh.
Jeremy is an authority because he is from Belgium, I believe. So he's.
I'm not trying to say anything against that authority.
Isn't Bruxelles the hairpin?
I thought that cambered corner before.
Yeah, just before it, the hairpin. Yeah, which I called Rivage. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll defer to the track map. I was pretty sure that corner was called Rivage, but I've also heard it referred to as Bruxelles as well. So maybe not.
I think according to this, the whole complex is Bruxelles, or is it? Well, the 180 is definitely Brussels, but the other one doesn't have a name on the track map. So
okay, all right. It
might still be Brussels, but I don't know.
It's definitely often referred to as No Name. So.
Yeah, let's keep saying that, but.
Oh well.
Thanks.
So yeah, different grid, which I'm pleased about, to be honest, because I was thinking that Electrician might just win all 3 races very easily. But that doesn't look like what's going to happen. This is the formation lap, by the way. This isn't the start of the race.
I just tapped back in and I saw cars all over the place. I was scared like, wait, am I retarded?
Nope. Nick and /LP seem to have made some contact.
Again. There were so many cars between them.
Oh yeah, Jeremy says corner 10 and 11 are Bruxelles. So yeah, those two corners together are referred to as Bruxelles. And I think the right-hander by itself is known as Rivage, but that might be outdated info. That's from when I was following Formula 1 as a kid.
I think there was even a video on the official F1 channel that went through the track and named every single name a corner had at one point. So they went through it and were like, yeah, okay, this, assuming this is right, so this is Bruxelles, but also Rivage, but then this is no-name corner, but it's still Bruxelles. And I think things like that.
Fair enough.
Not with the actual names, but I think that was the general theme of the video. Because Spa's corner names change a lot, and they are very confusing. So excuse any mistakes, please. Thanks.
So we have... You can see it's a very long lap at Spa as well. The qualifying times, I think, were, what, 1:43 or something like that. So a longer lap than Silverstone, and the longest lap, in fact, on the calendar in terms of both time and distance. So a long way to go before you reach the start-finish line. But they're coming up to it now. This is the bus stop chicane, which is a huge stop. And
it's a McLaren sandwich, didn't mention.
Yeah, and Bant's deciding he wants to tab out or pause or something, and so his AI takes control, at least for the time being. And he and Revo sort of glitching together.
In the past, in the real life, there's been a lot of carnage in La Source. So let's have a look if the electrician, Revo, and Bant keep it clean for that run into La Source and out of it. Maybe we see some side-by-side action going through Eau Rouge.
Oh, give me a good camera, please. There we go. There's a good camera.
Yeah, that's a really good camera angle. So who gets the best start? The lights are out and the cars are going away. And I think Vance had the best start out of the three. Well, Revo had even a better one. Electrician and Revo make a bit of contact, but nothing dramatical. I think there was no spin at the back.
Yeah, no, there was some sort of warp contact between somebody. I'm not sure exactly what, but up the hill at the moment, the Ferrari of Revo all over the back of Bant goes to the outside. There's going to be a drag race, and I think Electrician's going to get involved as well here. They're going to be 3 wide as they go up towards Les Combes. Electrician go between the two of them. They bang wheels, and Bant gets it at the moment. Revo trying to hang it around the outside. He has the inside for the left-hander, and he pushes Electrician off the track.
Almost gets put into the wall. Sorry for interrupting you. Copy still behind Electrician. Looked like he almost, like he was almost able to capitalize on that collision between Revo and Electrician. They really didn't give each other any space there. I would probably deem it a racing incident, but that wasn't but that definitely wasn't a gentleman's approach.
Yeah, no harm done, thankfully. Nobody lost any wing pieces as far as I could see, but Electrician can feel himself a little bit hard done to there. He was pushed off the racetrack in the left-hander at Les Combes, and Bant goes a bit wide there, so Revo's going to get a run, I think, as they head up the hill out of Stavelot, out of Paul Frere.
Oh,
towards Blanchimont.
Wimpy dropped down from P11, I think.
Oh, no.
P11.
So Wimpy's facing the wall, and what did he do? In Le Fagna, I think, was struggling as he came out towards Stavelot. Didn't see what happened, presumably some sort of contact.
And Nick braking really late, running to the back tyre of Revo.
I thought I saw some front wing there, so Etnik might have lost.
I thought I didn't.
Oh, okay. Maybe not. But,
I'm not sure.
But we'll see if Electrician gets a little bit of... lost a little bit of front downforce. We'll see. But yeah, it's as you were at the front. Still Bant's leads from Revo, from Electrician in third, Copy fourth.
Noel maybe in trouble.
What happened to Noel? He's looks all right to me. He's going through La Source at the moment, so something happened, I assume, as Wimpy pits.
You should probably keep your camera focused. Up ahead, Revo not trying something into Les Combes.
Yeah, not close enough. He was...
a wise decision.
Yeah, a good 2 car lengths behind, so not really able to get anything done on Bant's. Bant's did cover the inside for a while, but then it was
Someone ran into the
Tommaso.
gravel a bit.
Tommaso.
Tommaso might be round. Yeah, Tommaso might be round. He is round in Lake Com. Oh, he goes. What the fuck?
Ooh, thankfully he ghosted and then he gets hit. Oh dear.
No. Oh, that was an unsafe track re-entry if I've ever seen one.
And Tommaso retires. I'm not sure whether out of embarrassment after that, because my goodness, that was not a good rejoin. Back at the front. Bance has a little bit of a gap though.
I think we're safe to say that. Wait. What happened to... What happened to Copy?
I do not know. I guess that's why everyone went up. Something happened to Copy. Yeah, he was running 4th. I didn't see what happened to him.
He was running 4th. That's why I just wondered. Because Anonymous is now in 4th, and there's a big gap. And Copy was directly behind Incognita, so the two Czech drivers, I think both are from the Czech Republic. Might be wrong, but I think their in-game flags show that. And now we're in lap 3, so that means we've now got DRS.
Yep, we do, which means that Revo is going to be in a very good position as he comes down the hill towards Eau Rouge. This is the DRS straight coming right up after Eau Rouge and Radion. You go through this little left-hander and then the wing will open. He's going to have a run on Bance here, I think.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to
maybe
spot
not close enough
at Nick's wing, and I think there is some.
Yeah,
there probably is some, because I was riding on board when he went through Eau Rouge on up towards Radion, and he didn't keep the car on track, but he didn't make a major mistake, so it's probably just less downforce resulting
yeah,
from
he locked the brake
damage
there as well through Rivage, so I wonder if he's got some sort of issue. He just tapped the wall on the exit and no name too.
He probably has got some damage, so that disables him a bit now until the first round of pit stops, but yeah, it's sparse, so people often get their pit stops really early. I think a bit further down that might be interesting is Vinny is all over the back of Anonymous.
Yeah, something as well we didn't mention about that battle for 4th. Vinny is on soft tires. And
I think they had a bit of contact and Vinny is squeezed through.
A little bit, yeah. What happened there? Anonymous was very, very slow at Stavolo for some reason. Vinny manages to get his way through.
Kurst lost a bit of front wing and now went off track, so he's probably the reason for the yellow flags. Normally I don't pay attention to yellow flags when broadcasting, because they are bugged as shit. And Anonymous having a run around the outside of Vinny through Butts.
Nicely done.
Through the superior traction.
And then he gets oversteer on the exit.
Superior traction.
Yeah, he lost all sorts of traction on the exit there. Back to the inside though for the right-hander at La Source. Tries to brake late, but Vinny brakes just a little bit later, and we have Bance pitting from what was the lead. So he's the first to blink. Doesn't want to be undercut by Revo and Electrician, so he goes into the pits first.
It's a long circuit, so yeah, it's the longest circuit on the calendar, so getting undercut is really powerful here. Maybe he undercuts them all now. Anonymous, meanwhile, with superior top speed due to DRS, going around the outside very easily and sorting himself back in ahead of Vinny on the podium position 3 at the moment in Lake Com.
Yeah, I think Vinny's in a good position though, because he's got the super soft tyres still to come, so he's going to be able to run a bit longer on these softs, pit, and then put the super softs on when everyone else is on the soft tyre. You have to run 2 different tyres. You can't run the same tyre for both of your stints, so all of the people now on super softs are going to have to switch to the soft tyre, and Vinny is going to have an advantage when that happens as he looks to the outside for the Le Fagnes chicane. Tries to go all the way around the outside and just about managed to do it. Anonymous has to give him it through the left-hander, and Vinny once again takes what is now 3rd position on the road and then runs wide.
The gravel, and he goes back onto the track.
Very nearly collected Jippo, but Jippo got away with it, thankfully. Left just enough room there on the outside of the corner.
I ran a bit out of words there.
I'm going to see whether these two... and Revo pits from the lead.
Yeah, and Etnik Tiaren with his soft tires, he stretches them for one more corner. Now we are going to see who comes out with the better time. Bance, who obviously...
and Anonymous gets himself a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and as he did so, Jippo ran into the back of him too. So Jippo obviously not expecting him to slow down so much, but Anonymous got a speeding penalty as well, so I think it was probably Jippo's mistake in that case.
Oh, Revo literally drifted out of the pits, and now they are side by side, but Bance has got the superior momentum and goes down to Eau Rouge ahead of Revo, but Revo now probably, I don't know where the measurement point for DRS
he's definitely got DRS.
He's probably got DRS, and now that will be his best attack so far. So in the end, he gained a bit of time.
Goes to the outside.
If they fight each other too much, if they fight each other too hard and they lose too much time.
Oh, side by side, they bang wheels as they go through Les Combes, but then again, Bance is just going to hold the inside. Revo does just about give him room, heading down the hill towards the hairpin. And again, Bance just locks a little bit of a break on the inside there. Again, Revo trying to hold it around the outside, but Bance gets the position. So it's as you were at the front. Great driving, great racing from the two SRL drivers.
And honestly, that might result in the electrician just joining the track ahead of them.
That is very
true. Both of them lost a bit of time there.
That is very true. We will see
and
the gap.
The
gap between Etnik and Revo right now is 18 seconds, or between both of them, in fact, 18 seconds. So we will see if that's enough for Electrician. I'm not sure. It's going to be close though. But Bance once again asserting his superiority against Revo, at least in this little battle. It's been a fantastic race so far at the front between these two and Electrician.
Really, honestly, Spa's such a great track. Great racing is almost guaranteed if you drive there. And this is a race that certainly proves it so
Electrician
far.
Has pitted, puts on the soft tyres, so we'll see now whether he is going to come out ahead of Bance. Bance looks to be going around the hairpin right now with Revo. Electrician exits, and it's going to be so close. Bance does just about get it. Revo's going to be alongside as they head down towards Eau Rouge. They're side by side, Revo and Electrician. Revo does get it just about, but again, Electrician's going to have DRS, but so is Revo, because he's less than a second behind Bance in front of him.
But I think Etnik might have just got
and it's so close between the two of them.
3 wide again.
And I think Revo just got balked there a little bit, and Etnik forces him a little bit wide, and Bance keeps the position somehow. And once again, they're going to be side by side as they head down towards the hairpin. Electrician and Revo. Revo on the inside.
Revo squeezes through and my voice squeezes through on the inside and regains the third position, but it's the net second position because Vinny certainly has to stop. So he will definitely lose these positions. And wait.
Yeah,
Ocean Chief is on.
Yeah, he hasn't stopped yet. He hasn't stopped yet. He's on the super soft, so he needs to pit probably at the end of this lap.
I was wondering, has the Chief pulled the big sneaky boy on us?
No, afraid not. He not exactly sure what happened to him at the start, but yeah, he's dropped a long way behind these guys. So yeah, he's more than a pit stop behind, in fact, against these three. Yeah.
Which isn't a shame because they are absolutely flying on the track at the moment.
Yeah, they are. We're going to keep the camera here at least for the time being because this is certainly the battle we wanted at the front. We said at the start of this race, hopefully we get a battle at the front, and this is definitely a battle at the front. Now, one thing that is significant is that Revo, at the moment, is just over a second behind Bance, so he is not going to get DRS right now. Although I think he's pulled to within a second. The DRS detection is somewhere down here, so I think he might have it just.
Yeah,
it's going to be very close.
Yeah, he probably has got DRS. Let's have a look. When he crosses the line, does
the line right there, and yep, he does have it.
So now,
yeah, that little slit on the wing is him opening the wing. You get more straight line speed when you do that, and you can only do it when you're within 1 second of the car in front.
In the DRS zone, Noel gets himself a penalty, but Noel is in P13 anyways after that. Really, yeah, bad mistake. Not trying to roast anyone, but Tamasha really fucked that one up, to be honest. Wait, when did Kurst retire?
Kurst retired a little while. Apparently he died into Eau Rouge. That's what he says in chat. No. So yeah, rip Miloš Martika, aka Kurst. He died in Eau Rouge.
Real name bust. Really a secret real name.
Well, he's posted in the YouTube channel under it, so
yeah.
I think that's not much of a secret.
Oh wait, is he in the chat right now?
He's in YouTube chat, yeah.
Okay.
So still these three battling for what is the net lead of the race. We have Vinny up front, who is going to be pitting right now, in fact. Comes into the pit lane. And is he going to get it slowed down for the line? He is, just about. So he pits. He's going to put the super soft tyres on. Oh, fastest laps all around. Electrician does the fastest lap after Revo had just posted it with those soft tyres. So here we go again. It's round... Yeah, 4 laps to go in this one. This is lap 8 of 11. So we've got laps 8, 9, 10 and 11 still to go. Bantz has a lead at the moment of about 0.4 of a second, but he's not going to have it for long because Revo has the slipstream. He has the DRS. Going to be very close between the two of them. Bantz covers the inside, Revo's to the outside. Electrician looking forward as well. Revo's done it.
He makes the move, and I don't think Bantz can fight that back.
Nope, he certainly can't at the moment. Revo runs a little bit wide.
Catches a bit of gravel now, going through to Brussels, the 2 corners, now into no-name corner, and that's no overtaking spot. So Bravo just claimed that position, and he keeps it at first.
Well, at the moment,
to Puhan.
That's not the last time they're going to be battling into Lecom. I'm absolutely sure about that because the DRS advantage is so strong. If you have slipstream and DRS, you saw it there with Revo. He was 0.4 of a second behind at the beginning of that straight. And he pulled all the way past Bantz and was past him, I think, before they even got to the chicane at Lecom. So that's not going to be the only time we see that. And Bantz is now going to have the advantage for the next lap.
I think that I completely forgot. Is it possible that Etnik just didn't make the jump in the pits because he had to fix his front wing?
I think that would have been more time lost.
Yeah, but because he just looked a bit like he was driving without a front wing, so I don't know. Did he have damage?
He might have damage. I would expect him to be a little bit faster than these guys. Due to the fact that he's on, yeah, maybe he didn't fix it. I mean, that would be the sensible thing to do, I think, because you certainly don't gain, 6 seconds or whatever it is to change the front wing. You certainly don't gain 6 seconds by fixing it. But here we go again. This is the left-hander at Radion. And
1 second behind them, you can just
you can stay there.
Suck yourself up on the
So once again, Bantz,
and speaking about that,
not enough straight line speed.
Bantz,
so
Bantz not doing anything.
Might be running different wing settings, not exactly sure, but Bantz stays behind at least for now. Of course, it might be that he's just playing this tactically and allowing Revo to stay in front until the last lap.
Okay, that would be a bit of a cocky thing to do. I wouldn't do it, but also I wouldn't be running in second.
Well, I've had races at Spa where I've definitely done that. I've just waited behind, and then on the last lap you draft past on the straight to Lecom.
And also you've had season 2 Spa and gifted me a podium.
Yeah, well, I mean that's true. That's what happens when you try and run the ultra soft tires for two-thirds of the race. Doesn't tend to work very well. Revo's got a bit of a gap now, though.
Yeah, I think it worked really fine for me. Etnik TRN now opening his wing, probably.
Well, not right here.
DRS or not?
This is not a DRS, so no. This is the back straight towards Blanchimont. They go through Blanchimont. And Bantz got a little bit of time there with the slipstream, but again, Revo staying in front at least for the time being. 2 laps to go at the end of this one. Bantz gets a lot of oversteer. Gonna have to defend, I think, from Electrician. Electrician goes to the outside.
He claims the inside line. That's Bantz's favorite magic trick, but it
tries
doesn't
the cutback. He's got him. Has he got him? Oh, they're going to be
running through down to Eau Rouge, and we might get ourselves some side-by-side action through Eau Rouge. Oh my God, they are keeping it both on the track.
Wow.
And now Bantz.
And they're both going to have DRS. They're both going to have DRS because they're both within a second of Revo.
Maybe with the slipstream. Meanwhile, Revo gets himself further ahead.
So it's as you were, but Electrician gets himself second place.
Yeah, we didn't mention that. Yeah, absolutely right.
So a lap and a half to go.
Vinny has passed Anonymous on the straight with DRS now. They are running through the second lane corner and now heading out to Brussels. Vinny having a bit of a wide run there. locking up his tires into that cambered corner.
That's the advantage that we said. That's the advantage that we said that Vinny was going to have at the end of the race with those super soft tires. He hits the wall on the exit and no name. I think he's okay though, but he's got much more grip than Anonymous because he's got those super soft tires and they are newer super soft tires. He only had them 2 laps, and Anonymous has had his tires 5 laps. So I would expect Vinny now, as he is doing, to pull away and probably not see Anonymous again for the rest of this race.
Yeah.
Front though, Revo has a second. Revo has a second gap. Yeah. So we'll see.
If he keeps it now,
the battle might instead be for second place between Electrician and Bantz. So no, Electrician not within a second. Doesn't have DRS down the long straight. Bantz is lurking in that McLaren as they go through La Source. He's definitely close enough as he tries to get the power down.
That could be huge now for the championship in general also. Bantz now exiting Radillon, and
he's quite a long way away though.
To be? I think he has got us.
I don't think he's close enough.
The margin is too big.
Yeah, I don't think he's close enough. So Electrician managing to stay ahead.
He only gets himself into really close proximity. Not proximity. Wait.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's a good word.
Yeah. No, I had a fuck up last time where I confused probability and proximity. Oh, and now he runs into the wall.
Yep, he did, but very close at the front. Electrician all over the back of Revo now, and this, of course, would be the championship. If Electrician, well, it wouldn't quite be the championship, but it would be a real blow to Revo's chances of winning this championship, of course. Electrician won the first race, Revo was second. The order is reversed here on the last lap at Spa as they go through Stavolo. Is he close enough? Revo runs a little bit wide trying to get the power down through Paul Frere. I don't think he's close enough though.
Crazy enough to try it.
Well, if he's close enough, I'm sure he'll try. He does have the slipstream as they go through Blanchimont, but I don't think he's quite close enough to make a move work. It's going to be very close. Revo covers the inside under braking, realizes he doesn't need to.
The outside, but nothing.
Can he get the power down?
Here if he doesn't lose it on power now. No, he doesn't. So Revo loses it, and
Revo
he wins the race.
Wow.
And Nick Tiaren behind him in P2. Bantz concludes the podium. And now it's a long way back to Vinny, who had a fantastic race with Anonymous. I think he didn't get that much screen time, but that's only that only came down to the fact that the top guys were having such a good battle. Holy shit, that's exactly what we wanted to see, and we got it this time after Silverstone was rather boring. And Copy... Oh, Clara had a penalty, so Copy and Nick claim Clara's positions. Copy in 6th, Nick down in 7th, then Clara, Jippo, Ocean Chief, Race Comment, ran too much wing so couldn't catch on the DRS by that Bantz.
Battle for 11th here into the last corner. Wimpy and /LP. I think Wimpy's going to get it on the line in the Toro Rosso. So Wimpy does finish 11th as he did in the first race. So
you Noel.
Has Noel run out of fuel? Oh, okay. I don't know what happened to Noel.
I was referring to Noel and myself getting all of the 11th positions in the 4 opening races of Tesaro.
Yeah, that's true. He's the Noel of this league at the moment, of this championship.
Yeah, so again, I already said that. Bantz is saying that he ran too much wing, and that's why he was sitting duck when someone was behind, and he concludes that he's an idiot. Well, that's just his opinion.
It was fantastic racing. He was a sitting duck at the end of the straight, and we saw that there was a straight line speed difference. So yeah, despite having track position for most of that race, Bantz unfortunately only getting the 3rd position. The 2 at the front, and we see the championship right now, and I think realistically it is probably between the 2 drivers at the front. One from each league, one from SRL, that's Electrician, and one from 2 SRL, that's Revo. So we are going to see an epic finale at Suzuka. Yep, I'm excited too.
Holy shit. Also, I know that Suzuka fits Yeah, Suzuka fits Revo quite well, I think.
Yeah, I think he's gone well there before.
Yeah.
Of course, we've not seen Electrician on Suzuka yet. The SRL calendar hasn't quite gone that far.
Yeah.
But we've seen the race a couple of times in 2 SRL, and yeah, Revo's got a very good record there. I think a first and a second, at least. Maybe even two wins.
Let me have a look at the chat. Okay, so I spotted Milos Martika. Is it going any further? I'm not getting a countdown that the results screen is going away soon.
Yeah, me neither. We will see. Hopefully it does.
So, in the meantime, we can have a look at how this championship is looking. Apart from Revo and the Electrician, both are equal on 43 points now. Behind them, we've got Vance in P3 with 25 points. That's a 2 points gap to Copy in the Mercedes, and behind him is his teammate Clara, who's currently still in P5 after a strong showing in Silverstone, and now we've got the countdown, so in 25 seconds we're heading back into the lobby.
That is a relief.
Then it's Vinny in P6, great race, and now we got betrayed.
Yeah, you thought you had 20 seconds, didn't have 20 seconds. But yeah, just to finish that, we'll see Vinny in 6th on 14 points, then Anonymous and Nick both on 10, Ocean Chief on 9 points, Noel on 6, and then Flying Jippo on 2, Tomasho on 1, Wimpy/LP and Cursed, unfortunately yet to get off the mark, but there's always time, and there will be another race in a few minutes' time, probably 3 or 4 minutes. We'll get things underway in Japan.
Open the track map and grab something to drink.
So there we go, there's the calendar. So Silverstone, we've already had it. Electrician won that race. We've already had Spa as well. Revo getting his own back for that one. And now we're going to have the decider in the best of 3 between the 2 drivers at Suzuka. So yeah, stay with us for the next couple of minutes at least. You can see the championship there. We'll have a little bit of a break while the drivers get refreshed and hydrated and whatever else they need to before the next race at Suzuka. I'm going to step away from the mic for a second. Be back in a couple of minutes.
I'm back. Hello? Okay. Hello, Tara? Okay, I assume he went away as well. So now...
Alright, okay. I have returned,
okay.
and so have you. Not sure there are too many corner names at Suzuka. I can only think of... Oh, actually, there are a few.
Degner.
Yeah, the Degners. The 2 Degner corners. The Dunlop hairpin. The left-hand hairpin. And then that's the just after the Degners. The left-hand hairpin.
Oh, okay. Here on the... Okay, so... It's the very specific first turn. Then it's the S curves, the Dunlop curve, Degner curves, well, Degner 1 and Degner 2, then happen.
Oh, that's right, Dunlop is the left-hander, isn't it? Before the Degners, yeah. So that's my mistake.
Spoon curve, of course, 130R for some reason not named on this map I'm having here, and then there's the Casio triangle. And that concludes the circuit.
Okay.
Interesting enough. It's 5.8 kilometers. How many laps have we got? I think it's a 26 lap race and 50% as well.
Okay, so that probably
might
means
be
it's
13 laps
13.
again.
Yep.
Probably, yeah.
Yep. Track difficulty medium. Yeah, I'm okay with medium.
Yeah, it's a circuit that probably you rely on flow a lot there.
Because, yeah, certainly the S's at the beginning of the lap. Or you've got to be precise there, because one little mistake and you're out of position for the next 2 or 3 corners.
Yeah, I think you can conclude the S's, the snake corners it's called on this track. Pretty much by some story that Vettel once told about how he mastered this section, because he called Schumacher and asked him how to make his corners, and Schumacher just answered, I don't know, I just try to be as fast as I can.
It's good advice.
And, yeah, probably.
Yeah, very technical section, that one. The left-hander at Dunlop can get away from you because the track's very narrow, and so it's super easy to run wide there.
Yeah, I hope we get some good fighting here as well, because just like Spa, it's a track that promotes some really good fighting, because there's sections that are hard to run through side by side, but there's still a lot room where you can battle it out. So, for example, 130R is really spectacular. It's probably, well, not as it's not as dangerous, but it's probably this track's equivalent to running side by side through Eau Rouge.
Yep, it is. And we've seen some pretty spectacular overtakes there down the years. Fernando Alonso and Michael Schumacher back in, was it 2005, 2006?
Yeah, I definitely remember that.
But yeah, it's a fun track.
It's one of the these tracks I would really like to like, but I don't, because I can't drive it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm really shit here, but I definitely get why people like this track. And again, we're waiting for the lobby to do something.
Yeah, well, we're in a break of a few minutes, so yeah, it's drivers getting themselves sorted out, and yeah, we're gonna have the showdown between, well, I assume between Revo and Electrician, because unless something happens to both of them, then one of those two is going to win the championship. There's an 18-point gap between Electrician and Bantz, so I think Electrician would have to finish, well, both Revo and Electrician would have to finish 7th or below, I think, and Bantz would have to win for Bantz to win the championship. Drivers beginning to ready up now, so it looks like we're almost there.
Yeah. Ocean Chief also just asked in general chat whether everyone is ready. Ocean Chief also saying that he wished he was actually watching instead of driving.
Well, the VOD will be available.
Hey! And we just got some love from Tipsy Bob.
Yeah. Miloš Martika is off the stream, wants to get a point. That's Miloš Martika is cursed, by the way.
I think we already said that once.
Yeah, we did.
iRacing.
Good to remind people. But yeah.
It really was. It really was that battle. That was great. It's definitely the best race I've commentated so far in racing. I mean, it was 11 action-packed laps, and it wasn't just a really good battle, but it also was a battle that is really important for for the podium positions, and even in such a short championship that plays a huge role in who will come out on top in the end.
Yep, absolutely.
So, really great.
Exciting all the way to the end. Hopefully this is the same.
I'm a noob, so could you please translate man flu to me? I'm
yeah,
retarded.
so man flu is a special type of flu that that men tend to get, which means that they generally have a cold.
Okay.
But, you know, obviously to project the gravity of the situation and the fact that they're very, very ill indeed, they don't say that they have a cold. They have the flu. Whereas it isn't actually the flu, it's a cold.
I think we actually have that. I think we actually have that in Germany as well.
Ah, okay. Is does it translate directly to man flu? Presumably not.
I don't exactly know what flu translates to, but probably. Oh, it does. It actually does.
Ah, nice. There you go.
No, wait. Never mind. It's I'm retarded.
Okay.
It's a different term that you say when you're having a cold.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Well, I think it might be the same term, but yeah. Well, so here's Suzuka. We can see we're riding on board with Bantz here, who's third at the moment. Clara's leading through the first couple of corners, which is fantastic performance. These are the S's, and you can see Bantz just got a little bit wide in the right-hander there. Made a little bit of a mess of that. Did manage to recover it, hit the apex there. This is Dunlop corner. Very easy to run wide there. Yeah, Clara going extremely well. Electrician, though, up front. What happened to Revo? Something happened to Revo. He's all the way at the back.
Revo's at the back.
So we're going to see... Spun. I'm actually going to look. Did he spin? He must have spun. Yeah, he did spin.
Yeah,
he did spin.
Spun.
He's in the gravel right now at Dunlop. Oh, my goodness. So Revo has got it all to do from the back of the grid. That's really unfortunate.
Honestly, I don't want to paint the devil on the wall, but that might have... been the championship decider.
It might have been the championship decider, but there's still a race to go.
But the oh, he made a bit of a mistake. Can Bantz actually grab the pole position? No, he can't. But I assume it got a lot closer now because the electrician, I think, caught a bit of grass on the outside there of Spoon Curve, and then from that got a really bad run onto the long straight ahead of 130. Yeah. In the end, he keeps it together well enough and claims his second pole position.
Oh my gosh, by 0.8 of a second. Jippo gets second from Bantz. Copy and Clara in fifth. Clara having an excellent championship other than that incident in the first race, but really good performance from the American driver. So there we go. That's our grid, and Revo, unfortunately, will be starting from the back with no time, along with Noel, who also didn't set a time for some reason. But Etnik on pole by, again, nearly a second. This is back to the gap that we saw, or the sort of gap that we saw at Silverstone. Electrician really nailing his lap at 127.7.
An honorable mention is Wimpy claiming P11. 11.
That's exactly where he was.
What a surprise.
The first two races, yeah. So we'll see if he can improve on that, get himself in the points in the race. Kirst also looking to see if he can get himself a point or two. We wait for the players to get themselves ready.
Exactly.
One thing Revo will be able to do is start on the harder compound of tyres if he wants to.
Yeah,
which I believe is the soft here.
I think we should definitely keep an eye on him, even though he might, even though his championship hopes have taken a really big hit now.
Oh, everyone on the grid starting on super softs, so nobody going on softs. Yeah.
Even though his championship hopes might have taken a huge blow, he will definitely produce some racing action because, well, I think we certainly know him well enough to know that he will recover from P15, but the question is how far up the order can he get? And I mean, it's F1, and I don't want to commentators curse anything or something, because we've got a proud history of commentators cursing people, especially at ICTRN, like if you look back on the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, for example.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he could still suffer some problem, likes of crashing out like making a mistake or colliding with Jippo or something like that. So it isn't over yet.
No, it absolutely isn't. It's
even though it looks a bit, even though Revo's in a bit of a desperate position at the moment.
Yeah, you don't get any points for qualifying, and to quote one of the great Formula One commentators, Murray Walker, "If is F1 backwards," so anything can happen during a race like this. I thought you'd enjoy that.
I certainly didn't know that one, but I mean it's true. As if you don't get points for qualifying wasn't an accurate enough quote.
Jippo and Bance managed to get themselves disqualified from the formation lap.
That gives their tires a bit of a cold. Lol. Noel also getting disqualified
Maybe
because he collided with Kirst. No.
Oh no.
Noel and Kirst. Travis are landing in their grid slots.
Hugo's in chat, says Revo vettled it. It's harsh.
Oh,
harsh.
He properly did.
Harsh. He's in a Ferrari though, so you know.
Yeah, also, I mean he's 3-time champion.
Here we go then.
And lights are out.
Lots of jump starts. Lots of jump. Somebody moved. I think Kirst moved first, and then several people moved in reaction to him moving.
And Nick TRN with a really great start, and I think we might have got a collision, but no, never mind.
I think it was Vinny. Oh, Vinny getting pushed off and getting hit in the back as well, and there's all sorts of carnage there as Nick gets himself involved as well. Vinny really struggling.
I honestly didn't catch anything that happened. I just saw that there was a bit of a pile-up.
Oh no, Ocean Chief.
So he can finally fulfill his wish.
And another accident. Tamasho was facing the wrong way at Dunlop as well. And Revo's out of the race. Is he out of the race? He's not quite. Quite out of the race, but he hits. Was it Kirsty hit? I think it was Kirsty hit.
Oh my god.
So Revo's. So Revo has his championship now. It's looking very dicey for him, isn't it? Kirst also going around at the back, but a big lead up front. A big lead up front for Electrician. He's a long way ahead of Jippo in second. Following him is Bance in the McLaren in third. He is in the slipstream. He will have DRS as long as he's still there by the time they hit lap 3, of course. Coming into the chicane now, those two pretty close together. Does stay behind though, Bance, as they go through the right-left chicane at the end of the lap. As they come through now to complete lap 1. Clara fourth in that Mercedes. Another very good performance at the moment from Clara.
Yeah. Clara is really having a good day today, and Tomasho retired again. So
Wimpy overtaking /LP on the front straight. Wimpy down the inside into turn 1. Does manage to get the move done. Nicely done by the South African. He takes 7th place, so on course for some good points.
Yeah, he still has to lose 4 positions just to keep the pattern. But apart from that, really great from
all sorts of people pitting. Revo, of course, pitting. He didn't have a front wing at all. Kirst pits as well in the McLaren. Noel pitting too, and Nick also pitting in the other Ferrari, so the Ferrari's double stacked.
And it looks like Bance is having better pace than Jippo at the moment. So he should be all over his back now, and now they are approaching. They are going through 200R to Spoon Curve. And
yeah, right in the slipstream.
It's on the straight.
It is not easy to overtake at Suzuka though, so you've really got to get yourself a run. And this is the corner that you want to be fast out of, but Bance not really close enough to be having a look down this back straight.
Yeah, but the back straight gets really dangerous as soon as you've got DRS from next lap on. Yellow flag Tomasho, I just thought it's at Nick.
Yeah, me too, my goodness. Heart stopped for just a second, but yeah, Tomasho facing the wrong way and is out of the race.
Imagine if both Revo and Datnik were out of this Grand Prix.
Well, that would have been Bance in a really good position to claim the championship, although he would have had to pass. He would have to pass Jippo to do it. He would have to win the race.
Vinny has overtaken Slash, and also Oh,
Slash is pitted. Yeah, Slash is pitted. So did he? Oh, did he leave the session?
Yeah,
I missed that. Okay.
Also, some thing really important I just have to state. Ocean Chief just claimed he hates Revo.
Yeah. Yep. Ocean Chief does.
The good old meme.
I mean, yeah. I mean, all of us do. To be honest, it's pretty well established at this point. But yeah. It's hard. It's hard to hate Revo when he's gone through this at this race though. Is a really tough qualifying and then a difficult start for him as well.
And
all the way at the back. Oh, he's pitted again. My goodness. So something must have happened to him.
And Cursed is having a really weird pit entrance. Entrances. Yeah. I'm definitely good in English. Etnic absolutely flying. This has got some resemblance with Silverstone. Because after 3 laps there, he also had a 3-second margin to the second position. And but second position is still getting battled out between Benz and Jippo.
Yeah, good battle between the two of them.
Already
Clara
able to
pitted.
Open his wing. He's having much more top speed now going down this inside, but I think he hesitated there, and that was good. That could have been.
Yeah, he backed out of it. That was very sensible that he backed out of it. Clara pits, by the way, from P4. What was P4 in that Mercedes?
Oh, Jippo with. Whoa, that was. I think Vance might be a bit tilted by now because.
Oh no, Jippo!
He hits Vance. Vance hits Jippo, but he doesn't lose it. So Jippo is out now as well. He's dropped back to P5. How significant is the damage to his front wing? It looks like it's fine.
Yeah, he didn't hit any walls. There was a little bit of contact between Bantz and Jippo, but I think Bantz got away with it. I don't think he lost any of his front wing. But that's a shame. That was a really good battle between the two of them, and we're now not going to get to see that battle because Jippo is back down in 5th place. And the field kind of a little bit spread out at this point. Bantz is 3 seconds ahead of Anonymous.
Anonymous just had a moment. And that moment might bring Copy into DRS range because he certainly wants to claim this position on the podium now. Now that it is the position
the brake markers have gone for the chicane. That's going to be fun for the drivers.
The flying Jippo has been flying off the track. Definitely a good pun intended. Now we dance into the pit lane.
Yeah, Jippo does pit. I wonder if he's going to... I mean, I don't think he needs to change his front. I don't think he hit anything in that incident, so I think his front wing is probably fine. So this will be a normal pit stop, yeah.
I observed it.
So he
drops back. Wimpy up into P6 for the moment.
Yep, running a good race.
Yeah, but what I was about to say is I can really feel Bence's frustration because I know that he tends to get frustrated over moments like these where people have problems in front of him and then cut back onto the racing line, forcing him to slow down a bit. So I could feel the frustration Bence was having. Meanwhile, Cursed is letting him lap himself. And then it all came to that climactic moment of Jippo just dying.
Yeah, Jippo. I think he lost it all by himself on the exit of Dunlop.
Yeah, he did.
He was just got a wheel onto the grass.
Yeah, exactly. He was running wide and then went onto the grass. And came back on track, and that didn't help his ability to control the
Electrician car. Just about gets it slowed down for the pit lane speed limiter line. Almost hit the wall there on the entry to the pit lane too. Got away with it though, so he pits, and in fact all of the top 4 all pitting. Yeah, that was the wrong direction. So yeah, Bantz pitting as well from P2, Anonymous pitting from P3, and then Copy as well in P4. So they're all pitting and coming out in the same order, of course.
Meanwhile,
Vinny pitting again.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Molnar Vettel has left the track for a short period of time down in P12. So I think he recovered his extra pit stop to the rear runners.
Why did Vinny pit a second time? I didn't see what happened there. But Vinny pitted once again.
Do you know whether he changed his front wing or?
No, I don't think he did. So something happened there. Not exactly sure what, but he does come back out onto the racetrack. So the battle now, the biggest battle seems to be for the third position.
Yes,
as Anonymous gets
Anonymous
it wrong.
Having a bit of a moment, exiting Degner too, and now it's not about the Renault catching the Mercedes. It's about the Mercedes of Copy catching the Renault of Anonymous.
Yeah, absolutely, and could be a costly mistake for Anonymous. He lost about a second and a half there behind Clara, so he's now fallen right off the back of Clara, and he's got under pressure, as you said, from Copy just behind as they go through Spoon. Copy not close enough this time, but he is going to be in DRS range for the front straight. Just going to follow the action a little bit further back as Revo manages to get himself up a position. He passes /LP for that P11. So he's looking to get himself on the scoreboard at least by maybe overtaking Noel as well for 10th. He's close to being in DRS range there. Back up front, Anonymous and Copy nose to tail through the S's.
1.5 seconds behind Clara. They still look like they are faster than Clara, but they... Oh! Jippo! Jippo spun! Jippo's out of the S's and he retires!
Oh, what happened to
I think that might have
Jippo?
been frustration showing, and now he retires. P7... No, P6
Oh, yeah,
it was
there he
originally. Then he goes going through. Now we've got Nick in P6. He's had a really quiet championship so far.
Yeah, he had something happen to him on lap 1 as well, did Nick, so this is a recovery drive for him. So he's...
Yeah, great job.
Yep, absolutely. So he's going to get himself 6th place. I don't think he's going to be under any pressure from anyone, so I think that is going to be his... Is going to be his 6th place, but this battle for 3rd is heating up. It is going to be a 3-car battle very shortly indeed.
Yeah, with the Renault in the Mercedes sandwich. Anonymous, of course, able to DRS himself away from Copy because he's in touching distance with Clara as well. So Copy doesn't gain an advantage over Anonymous with his DRS. It's only equaling the battlefield again.
This isn't a very helpful camera angle. That's a much better one out of the first couple of corners. Clara in 3rd now does have Anonymous all over the back of his rear wing. Up front, by the way, Electrician has just done another fastest lap of the race. He's pulled away the 2nd lap for this whole race, and he is going to be the champion of this little mini championship here.
Yeah,
so
tournament. It's
yeah, he's going to be
a
tournament. Okay, so yeah, he is the overall winner as Anonymous almost runs into the back of Clara and then locks a brake into the 2nd Degner. Looks like he got away with it though. They'll head up towards the hairpin now. Not really an overtaking spot at the moment.
Yeah, I'm now calling the 3 wide 130 arm moment. Lol, never mind. But it certainly would be something I would love to watch.
Yeah, I mean it could happen. I mean there's no DRS there, so it would have to be quite a big run from the car in 2nd place. But it could happen here. Clara ran a little bit wide, and he's going to be under serious pressure now from Anonymous as they head up towards 130R. Clara goes to the outside, Anonymous to the inside, and Anonymous, I think, is just going to get it done through 130R. Clara runs a little bit wide.
Yeah, but Copy not trying to get anything out of this running wide out of 130R.
Yeah, Clara had the inside, and now he's going to have DRS, of course, for this front straight, so might be able to overtake once again. Anonymous goes to the inside. Clara tries to go around the outside into the 1st corner, and just about does he get it done. Oh, side by side, so close between the two.
A bit of tire into sidepod moment, but both keep it on the track. Clara comes out worse at this situation, and at least gets to keep P4, but for how long that is, because Copy is now directly behind him, only 1/5 of a second approximately, and yeah, so passing Yeah, going through
little bit of oversteer from Copy there as he exited the second Degner, but he looks like he's okay. Now Clara needs to try and hang on to the back of Anonymous if he can, because otherwise he's going to lose DRS, and he's going to lose the DRS advantage against Copy, his teammate. So going to be a battle, I think, for Clara, and I think he is just about out of DRS range now. So over the start-finish line, he might be under pressure from Copy. They go down the back straight. There'll be a little bit of slipstream for Clara, but not very much. Heading into 130R, and yeah, he has lost DRS, I think. Unless he has a particularly good hairpin. And now Copy is going to be in prime position, although he's a little bit further away than he'd like to be, I think. Maybe not close enough. Almost loses it under traction there as they go over the start-finish line. But yeah, certainly not close enough this time. So at least for the time being, there are 4 laps to go. And Clara keeps that 4th position all for himself. This is the only battle on track, by the way. There's no battles elsewhere. Electrician is going to win the race by a considerable distance. Bantz is over 10 seconds behind him now, and then there's 6 seconds back to this little gaggle between the 3rd, 4th and 5th place drivers.
Copy still hasn't managed to get through, past Clara. Clara looks to be the slowest in the pack by a bit, because Anonymous has already made his way up front and has now gained 1 and about half a second.
Yeah, definitely broken DRS, I think. Although
broken DRS definitely.
Looks like he had a bad hairpin, because he's almost back in DRS range as Clara. But yeah, the 2 Mercedes running right together now. So Copy, I think, is going to be sizing his teammate up as they go through Spoon onto the back straight towards 130R. Very close now. Maybe into 130R is a place where he can look. Yeah.
Oh, a bit of dirt got thrown up into the air. Clara taking the karting line and keeping it ahead.
Don't know about that from Clara. Didn't really try to take the corner, and in fact, no, he let him through. I think he got an illegal overtake. I think that's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because to me that looked like the weirdest "I just lost my car into the gravel" I've ever seen.
Well, I think Copy almost hit him, because Copy did have an oversteer moment.
I was on board with Copy, so I was a bit scared as well. Yeah.
He obviously wasn't expecting Clara to do that and had to react pretty quickly.
But in the end, nothing happened, and I think we should just curse this past /LP and is not last anymore.
He's not last anymore. He's not going to get a point at the moment, though, unfortunately. He's still got a long way to make up to Noel. 32 seconds, in fact.
Oh, there's a pile-up. Cursed! I just talked about him. The commentator's curse even works for Cursed.
I think he was he letting everyone through there? I think he was letting everyone through. I didn't
that's also
see it very well.
From my perspective, I was just I was on an onboard with Clara, and I just saw some dirt in the air and
maybe he'd spun then.
Tire smoke.
Maybe he'd spun or something like that, and he was recovering.
Maybe he did.
But unfortunately, he's now dropped behind /LP. Although it's close between the two of them. Oh, he's disconnected. Okay, well that's not quite such a battle then between himself and Cursed.
Oh. My money's on Cursed. I think he can definitely...
There he goes.
Yeah.
So Cursed back up to P11, but yeah, 38 seconds now to Noel. That's probably not happening. That's certainly not happening.
We've got 2 laps to go in this race, and the battle for the podium isn't... The podium positions aren't sealed yet, because Anonymous is a bit slower than Copy. So Copy is definitely within DRS range and might be in beating distance even for the next run through towards 130R. Now going through the snake section, or the S's, whatever.
Yep, through Dunlop, and Copy 8/10 behind or so, has to try and stay close through these twisty bits. He'll have a little bit of dirty air off the back of the Renault. And he is now almost out of DRS range, so maybe not able to make up as much ground as he would like. But now down the back straight, he seemed to have a better run through the hairpin than Anonymous did, so might be close enough here as they head into Spoon to at least get some slipstream down the back straight.
Yep. A really wide run by Copy, didn't quite nail
he got a
the
much
apex.
better run though. Anonymous was keeping it tight on the inside and didn't carry the speed through the corner, whereas Copy did. So Copy does have that slipstream now and has gained quite a lot of time. He'll be in a really good position, I think, as they head through the chicane.
A bit of a lock up, but tire wear shouldn't really be a problem at ETRN.
We're starting the last lap here.
Tournament. Now
Copy has a look to the inside, not close enough though.
Not able yet, so his plan will probably be either to maybe just throw his car down Anonymous's inside, and there's Noel, he should really get out of the way.
Oh,
wow.
He just about did. Copy almost hit him.
Yeah, exactly. I was running onward with Copy, and I was already foreseeing a bit of a collision, but in the end everything's fine, so no problem. Now going towards the hairpin, and he needs a good run now, and through Spoon.
Very close to the back of the Renault.
I think he may have gotten a better run. That's close. He's going a bit wider through 200R, and now towards Spoon Curve. What is Copy able to do on the last lap of this? Meanwhile, at TRN, by the way.
Yeah, he's going to win the race. We're going to keep the camera here, although Copy got a very bad run. He got a run on the inside of the curb. But Etnik TRN crosses the line. He is our champion of this tournament. So he wins 2 races, gets himself a second place as well, and wins the tournament. Here's the battle for the third place into the chicane for this race. Copy.
Almost a bit of a collision, but in the end, Anonymous, even though he might have been a bit slower on the last laps, he keeps everything together, and he finishes on the podium behind Benz, ahead of Copy, Clara 5th, and then a great recovery drive by Nick, considering that he had his fair share of bad luck on the first lap with that collision that we unfortunately didn't catch on camera, but he was definitely involved and had to do another pit stop, so he comes home in 6th. /LP had a stop-go penalty, but he was disconnected nonetheless. Wait!
Has Curse...
Did Curse got himself a point?
Curse passed Noel. He gets a point. Wow.
Oh no, now he's allowed to retire.
So Miłosz Martyka gets himself a point. Wimpy also gets himself 4 points for finishing in 8th, just ahead of the recovering Revo in 9th. Who only gets 2 points, but I think still finishes second in the championship because Bantz gets 18 for his second place. There is the results of this race, and yep, indeed. So Electrician wins the tournament by 23 points over Revo. Yeah. Not the showdown we were hoping for in the final race. Revo throwing it off the road in qualifying, and then being involved in an incident on the first lap. Yeah. As he tried to come through the field, but a very, very well-contested championship and a deserving win, I think, for Electrician.
I mean, it was a bit anticlimactic to the end, but to be honest, after that Spa Grand Prix, it could only go downhill. So there wasn't anything to gain from that Spa race because it was really, really great. Yeah,
that was the race, wasn't it? That's when we'll look back on this championship or this tournament and say, what was the race that everyone will remember? That'll be the one.
Yeah, I'll probably cut some highlight clip together, and I think it will be like more than half.
Yeah, I was going to say it might just be the whole race. It was that Spa race was fantastic. So
I'm cutting a highlight clip upload full Spa footage with music.
Revo says the Ferrari curse. Yep, the Ferrari curse. Kimi Räikkönen is still the Ferrari champion. Revo wasn't able to take that crown from him in this race.
Let's ignore Tosarel.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, fair enough. But
hi, Trevor.
Well, that's our tournament. It's been a great deal of fun, and hopefully we get to do this again fairly soon. There is your champion, Electrician, aka Etnik TRN, aka the best driver in this field from today, at least. He wins it by 23 points from Revo.
And he wins the prize, which is essentially a 3-month subscription of iRacing, which is definitely a tactical move by Ocean Chief to get the fastest guy, give him iRacing, so he comes back weaker and weaker in F1 like Revo. So we get ourselves across the front end of the field.
Yeah,
definitely the plan. Illuminati confirmed.
And maybe we get some rivalry between the two leagues in iRacing as well. That'd be fun if we did some endurance stuff. That would be good.
I'm spotting then.
Okay. Well, I think that's going to do it for this broadcast. Thank you very, very much for watching, everyone who watched and everyone who participated and everyone who was involved. It's been a great deal of fun to do. And as I said, hopefully we'll have some more of these in the future. And I think there's going to be an announcement at some point as well from Wimpy himself about the future of this channel and the future of these leagues. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an ear out for that. And join us next time when we do it. I'm Terror Incognita. Joining me has been Thimo. Any final thoughts, Thimo?
You're surprised.
I put you on the spot there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done
that. Next time, tell me. Yeah, I think that definitely concludes a fun event. So I would definitely be down for more of this stuff. It was really exciting to have a bit of a, I can't speak English. Something different to the 50% league races with qualifying, etc. This was really action-packed and I quite liked it. So thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks everyone for watching.